Main Freight Rugby and the first ever first-class game of rugby at the new Forsyth Barr Stadium. This is the Glass House in Dunedin. They've had a little social game already on the surface, but the first-class game is this one. North Otago against West Coast.
Boys are buzzing, coming up on the bus trip, and then to get inside just to have a look around. It's a great atmosphere. I'm sure it's going to heat up when all the crowd come in, and yeah, boys are buzzing.
A few bus loads coming down from Oamaru.
I've heard there's about 5 bus loads, is it? Yeah.
There's a couple, yeah.
Quite a few, so all the local fans will be into it. Great conditions, so good stepping. Yeah, it should be a wide game. Get it wide, run all over the place.
I'm looking forward to this, Carmo. It's not often that Heartland teams get to make absolute history in rugby, but they are tonight.
Well, in a nutshell, what a buzz for the players. We see them running out there. It's like something you see over in Europe, doesn't it? The patterns on the ground, beautiful looking surface, good crowd in attendance.
Yeah, 7,000 or 8,000 here today. And for those of you who don't know, have been down a hole somewhere, this is a covered stadium. It's got a glass roof. It's got glass sides, and they're growing grass under the glass. And North Otago are going to get the first try through little Hamish McKenzie, the halfback. And they're on the board.
Yep, note that for your pub quiz in the next 5 to 10 years. Who was the first player in New Zealand first-class rugby to score a try at the new Dunedin Stadium? I'll tell you who it's going to be. It's Hamish McKenzie, jersey 9. Tavita Fafita just tripped up, and there he is. That little guy there, remember him, he might make you some money in 10 years' time.
Pause. Engage.
Attacking scrum for North Otago. McKenzie feeds it, Fafita off the back. Paxton. And running into the line and scoring the try quite easily is Meltzer. Wow, good line he ran. Very good line.
And the depth he came from, didn't he? Initially, even in our shot on TV, he wasn't seen initially. And then Woomfrey, he comes in from the depth. Look at the speed he's starting to come in there with Mace from his wing. Onto the plate. Says a lot about the work rate too.
Firia Meltzer, the try scorer, is a new name to me. West Coast. Kick and chase. The defence has almost got there. I think the Coasties might have got this. Yes, they have. Right, their chance to fight back.
Well, that's old school Fred Allen, the old dribble. Remember that? They used to kick it through, the kick and chase, just keep kicking it and kicking it. I think Fred the Needle employed that tactic. West Coast wants some points. They want some points to stay in touch.
Donald does that, and we go to the break with North Otago ahead by 12-6 at this magnificent facility here in North Dunedin. It's the other side of town to Carisbrook.
Yes, it's not much more than the 1.5, 2K walk from the centre of town.
Oh, he's gone again. Meltzer, dummy. Support comes, try scored. Gee, that's a good try. That's a very good try. Luke Hurden gets it. But look at the work that Meltzer does in the build-up. He looks a useful player, Firia Meltzer. That's him there. He's got some speed.
He has got some serious gas. There's no question about that. So set phase ball once again. Beautiful line-out take. And the depth that he runs in, inside ball from Hurden. Hurden then backs up all the way. Meltzer had the opportunity to pass it. He didn't. I'll tell you what, Hurden's no slouch either.
Well, he gave him a
the
head
inside
start.
Ball over.
West Coast really want to get back here. They're well behind on the scoreboard. And this is an opportunity for them. Up and over and out wide. Lurking on the wing, yeah, good try. Very good try, Rowan O'Gorman. He was having a bit of a lurk out there, but he's brought them back within 10.
Yes, he was holding his width, wasn't he? He was staying up there. He knew eventually the player was going to come back to the left-hand side. It did. It needed really quick hands to get there. It was a long cutout pass eventually. Because the cutout pass floated, that made it a little bit harder for him. But boy, isn't he happy? Isn't he happy? Look how close the old spectators are, right behind the bench there. So close to the field.
Tell you a bit about the grass too. It's not all grass. There's some artificial stuff in there, a polypropylene mat, I suppose you'd call it, like a loose weave carpet. And the grass grows up in amongst all of that.
They got a couple of big clashes down here too, haven't they? Rugby World Cup, I believe England, Argentina.
Yeah, England get to play the first big game. Try. Luke Hughes goes in. We're chatting away about grass, and Luke Hughes is doing his job, which is scoring tries for West Coast, and they close the gap a little bit more.
Yeah, dotting down on the grass. North Otago got the lead, and we saw in some other games, if you start to drop concentration, you can start to leak points towards the tail end of a game, and that's what they're doing. West Coast coming in. They're happy to take all the points they can, and that's away to the right.
So North Otago have opened their Heartland Championship season with a 10-point win over West Coast in front of a very, very good crowd who have come out to see the opening of the new stadium here in Dunedin, the Glass House.
You know, we knew from the start that West Coast would come out firing, and they sure did. They didn't disappoint, and yeah, they pushed us really hard.
Those early scores after half-time sort of got you in a comfortable position?
Yeah, well, we needed that. They were pushing us pretty hard, and we went back to our game plan that we were told to do, and paid off dividends.
I take my hat off to Dunedin City. Unbelievable atmosphere. I've been to the Wellington Sevens and at their match today. Unbelievable, this facility. Really good. Ground surface is awesome. Everyone's really close to the playing ground, so yeah, unbelievable. Yeah.
You don't often get 10,000 people turning out to a game.
Oh no, Rugby Park Greymouth I don't think would handle this capacity, eh? So yeah, no, it was awesome. Probably the biggest game that a lot of us Coast boys will play. So really thankful that we got that opportunity.
Yes, and every group of players that go to that new stadium, and it's going to be a tremendous opportunity.